If you guys are curious, I'm drinking some water today. Figured it didn't really matter because I'm not on screen. So today, just kind of wanted to do something a little casual, a little more interesting, a little boring maybe, and walk you through all the dice sets and dice paraphernalia that I have. We're going to start with some of the non-dice related items. In no particular order. I have this dice bag. We're going to put this off to the side because these are the last set of dice I'm going to talk about. This I use as a dice bag. I store my D6s and D20s in here. As I go, I'll just pour them out. But this is actually... I got socks in this for Christmas, and it's just a really convenient bag to use. Alright. We'll do this one. This one my mom made us. She, when my family started wanting to play D&D, she made us all dice bags. So this one my mom made, so I store all my other dice in here. Those out. Okay, we got that one. This one I made myself. This is with the D&D campaign that I'm currently in. This is just, I made dice bags for everybody in our group, themed with our characters. So I'm a caster, so that's the little fire lightning bolt, or fireball. And this one, I always keep the dice that I've most recently played with in here, because I like to, I don't know, dice suspicion nonsense. I like to, give them a rest between games, but we're just gonna mix them in with here, and they'll live with it. So it's that. I also have this dice cup. It's full of random D6s. It's full of random D6s right now because I bought a couple dice cups as like gifts for people, and they came with D6s, but they're super cheap. So maybe, I don't know, one day I'll open a craps casino or something. And then I have my little dice tray. This one I got like a set of dice trays for Christmas for my family last year, so they're good to have. We have them because we have this, like, I thought they would like them because we have this really nice table my dad made, and it keeps it from getting, like, scuffed up or anything. For me, it's really nice, just because it makes it convenient to play wherever. So I'm going to use this as a spot to sort the dice sets into, so just bear with me for a minute while I sort these guys out because they're kind of everywhere. And then we'll talk through each of the sets that I have. Alright, so the way we'll do this, let's start with these guys. We're just gonna shake them around, spill them out. So these ones are all just random ones that I just have, random D20s I have. A couple of these, actually I think all of them maybe, I got, because the house I lived in senior year of college, somebody just left them. We would find them under random furniture pieces, and so they became mine. And that's all these are. They don't really hold any significance other than that connection, but they're really cute. I really like this one. I think it's really pretty. It's got this like blue, gray swirl, but like with this nice sheen to it. I really like this one. These two I think are kind of interesting just because they are clearly older ones. In fact, the pattern of the numbers isn't even the same, so they might even technically be for a different game. Where, I mean, the 1 and the 20 are still opposite each other, but instead of, look at like a regular D20, like they alternate. So like the 2 is by the 20, so there's like low and high numbers next to each other. Whereas with these ones, the high numbers are all clustered together and the low numbers are. Which, I mean, I guess if I played, like, I don't know, regulation D&D, that might be an issue. But my DMs certainly don't care. So next, we'll talk about these ones real quick. I just really like rolling dice, that's why I'm doing it. Okay, this set is a set, my most recently acquired set. I was at a bookstore, and they had them as, like, they just had a huge bin, I mean a huge bin of mix and match dice. I saw these kind of two-tone ones that are just so cool, and so I decided to try to put a set together of them, which I kind of failed at. As you'll see, here's the D20, it's this blue, this like teal and red color. I got a nice D12 that's like green and orange. I intentionally got them in different color patterns because I thought it was more fun that way. And I also got a D8 in that style. I totally didn't get a D4, so this one's like a light blue and gray. Totally did not get a D4 in this because, I don't know, I just forgot. And I thought I had a D6, but I cannot find it, so it's very possible I just didn't buy a D6 in this. It's also possible that I lost it somewhere along the way. So then the D10, or D100, depending on how you want to call it, they didn't have the 100 one, so I just got this like black and blue marble one, because I just really like the color. But for the D10, it's this like red and black, which is super cool. I think of all of them, this one is probably my favorite pattern. And I've just been dumping all of my dice in here. Let me get that D8 back out. That D12 back out, I mean. From here, let's jump back. So this is the first set of dice I ever acquired. Such a satisfying sound. Anyway, so these were when my family first started playing D&D. This came with the like little like beginner's guide, or maybe we bought them at the same time we bought the beginner's guide. I don't remember. But it's like black and gray marbled with red lettering, and I ended up with them. We bought like several other sets so everybody in my family could have a set. And I ended up with these ones because I'm the only one that can read them, which you can probably tell just looking at them. Let me bring them closer to the camera. Like, even in this poor lighting, it's really hard to see what's on these. But that wasn't a problem for me. And also, I really liked that it came with 3 D6s, because at the time I was playing a ranger. And rangers use a lot of D6s. That's why I got in the habit of keeping my D6s separate, because I needed a lot more of them per game. Oops. But it came to full set, you know, D100, the D12 that doesn't want to stay in my hand, D8, and D4. So it's a nice little set that I have, my first set. And then these two sets, we're going to put them together. These two sets I got at the same time. One of them my parents bought, one of them I bought myself, and I don't remember which is which. Not that it matters much. This is again shortly after we were started playing D&D for the first time. So it's got this like gray, stone, blue, marbly color, and then this purple, marbly one. I don't know. We were at like a game shop and saw them and bought them. You'll see as we go. I have a lot of purple dice, which is weird because I don't even really like the color purple, but it just has come to me. So these are, you know, the purple ones. I think I bought myself the purple ones, or maybe my mom bought the purple ones. I really do not remember. And the other one I bought, but, and again, it's a full set. This one only came with 1 D6. These are the ones that you'll typically see in like game shops that come in the like the little cube containers. So it's 1 full set of dice. And this one. Maybe I should have been keeping count how many sets I have. On this one, same thing. Little like cube containers. They're about yay big. Have 1 full set of dice in them. That's what these are. So then I have these two. This clear purple set and this black and blue set. And these were ones that I got, I bought them off of a Facebook ad. Yeah, you're not supposed to do that. I get it. But they, it was a Facebook ad. It was like 99 cents per set, and it was like a mystery set, so I ended up with this clear purple one, which I probably never would have picked for myself, although I have been told many times, sorry I keep bumping the camera, that clears are good because you can see imperfections, like that little bubble that's there, which I don't even know if you can see on camera, but there's a little bubble in this one. But I never would have picked it for myself because, again, I'm not really a fan of purple. And then this one, where's the 20 there? It's just black with like a bright blue lettering, which I do like. It's, again, simpler than I would have picked for myself, but these were like $1 for each set. And then these ones, the sets are just a full set, 1d6, 1d4, d8, d12, and the d100. So we just got these ones. Not the fanciest, they were definitely a cheap set, but I really liked them. And then the black ones, of course, again, really simple, a full set. These ones seem to be holding up a little bit better, but. And then, you know, I'll save these ones for later. So I have all of these sets. I'm not going to take them out and roll them. So we'll just go ahead and dump these in here. So these sets, there are 5 of them, actually came with this cup, dice cup. I bought them on Amazon. It was like $12. You got 5 sets of dice and a cup, dice cup. I actually don't use this that much except for at the beginning of games to like test my dice. But it's kind of a nice storage thing. But these are great. I got the sparkly one. So it came with 5 sets. One is this black with gold lettering. It's got like silver flecks in it. Very pretty. So that's the one set here. And these each came with like a full set, like 1 of each die, only 1d6. And it's almost translucent. The black is so dark that you can't really tell. But these are a little bit see-through. There's this blue one. Again, these are all translucent, which is part of why I picked them. This was also, I bought them when we were starting the campaign that I'm a caster in, so I figured, ooh, sparkly makes sense. Which is funny, because the direction the character went, sparkly does not make sense. But this blue one's got silver flecks in it. Again, just shiny and sparkly. Gold set. Let's try, okay, start with the D20 on this one. This one's like a gold orangey color. Of this set, this one's probably my favorite. I like it. It's the most different from any of the other dice I have. Just because the blues and purples tend to be what I buy. But they're really pretty. They're really easy to read. If you look at reviews online, they're a little bit oddly sized compared to other dice. Let me get us and compare. They're like a little off size, just a little bit. It doesn't bother me any if you're somebody that plays a lot of D&D or you're used to like the feel of a D20 in your hand. It might bother you, the weight's a little different, the size is a little different, but they were really cheap, and I don't mind when I want to get a lot of dice to feed my addiction. This is that pink set. It's pink and sparkly. This one's probably my least favorite. Actually, no, I love them. I love them all. They're sparkly and shiny and feed my goblin dice addiction. This one, you'll notice, though, even though these are translucent, the, like, glitter kind of hides any imperfections in them, so if you're somebody that super cares about that stuff, these are definitely not the best ones for you. If you're somebody that like plays in, I don't know, are there competitive D&D circles, these might not be the ones you want. They're not as balanced, they're not perfect. I could test them, I guess, but I'm just not that concerned. But they're pretty, and I really like the purple ones too, even if I don't like the color purple. So, I have 2 sets left. So there's this set. I love these, and I'll leave a link for these in the description if I can find them, if they're still for sale. I got these off of Kickstarter. These are the Heartbeat Pride dice. So I got the Ace Pride, or, you know, for me more accurately, Demi Pride set. I like that they have the little heart in place of the D20. The colors swirl together in a way I find really pleasing personally. You might not want that. You might want more straight lines. I have, this one came with 2 D20s actually. I have the other one is in my little dice cage that my friend made for me. I'll link her profile below again. I don't know if she's still, her shop's still open right now, but I'll link that below if you want that. And I'll link these dice because I support supporting. And this one came with 4d6, which, you know, is really nice. And these ones especially, I think because they're just so square, really show off that, like, the lines really well. And they had these Pan Ace by... I don't know what all they had. I'd have to look. I think they had Aromantic. I think they had for different genders as well. Non-binary genders, trans, I think. I know they had lesbian because the lesbian ones are just really pretty because that flag is just like aesthetically pleasing. But I would have to look. Like I said, I'll have the link for that below. And I'll also have a link for another one I found recently, a Kickstarter, that hasn't even opened yet, but I'll put the link for it below because that one's one, if you don't like these wavy lines, theirs look much more straight. So maybe you'd prefer that. And, you know, can never have too much Pride merch. So finally, we're coming to the last set. So this beautiful leather bag kind of got like a dragon skin look to it. I love it. So these are this is from my DM. He wanted to do us all something nice for Christmas. So he bought us all very beautiful, very lovely metal dice. And these are definitely ones you need a dice tray for, so I'm glad I had bought that. And those are the ones I picked out just because they're colors I like. It's like a teal and bronze. Just so beautiful. I'm so grateful for him. I'll link his YouTube where he posts the summaries of our sessions. They're really more for us. I get a real kick out of watching them and reflecting on what we've done. But you might want to watch them. They're pretty funny. We're a pretty crazy group. These are really sharp, by the way. Like, I think I could kill somebody with this D4. They're pretty sharp. But, oh god, they're just so pretty, and they're so shiny, and I love them. I'm not as obsessed with metal dice as the rest of our party has become, but I love them still. And that would be all of my dice. So, I hope you have enjoyed this. Maybe not. It was just silly and kind of a fun thing to do. And anyway, bye.